Hey, it's Mario! Okay, so, hi everybody, I'm the MoeChicken. Welcome to Gameboy Gallery 2. I know in the last episode I was all like, I'll wait and see how it, plays out before we do it. I just want to play more. I want to play more Game & Watch galleries. So I'm going to indulge myself. Let's play Parachute. Let's see. Let's start with the classic versions. And so this is another one that I played before. The idea here is basically you have this little guy in a boat, and there are endless numbers of people jumping out of that helicopter up there. And you just kind of have to save them. Because as you can see, that there is shark-infested waters. Now, why are there so many people up there? I don't know, really. Why are they choosing to escape into the shark-infested waters? I don't know. It looks like the helicopter's fine. I don't know. I wonder what the deep lore is behind Parachute, the Game & Watch game. I don't know. Either way, I was gonna hold off and just see if anyone cared about Game & Watch games, and I gave it like a week or so, and I just kept thinking about how I wanted to play more Game & Watch games. So yeah, a little self-indulgent perhaps, but what you gonna do? The other thing is that I would like to investigate the other Game & Watch Gallery games, because as I mentioned in the previous episodes, I had the Game & Watch Gallery 1 cartridge. It was one of the first cartridges I got, if not the first cartridge I got as a kid when I got my Game Boy Pocket. But I didn't get... Oh no! Oh, he's gonna die! Ah! Look at that happy shark now. He's like, I ate a person. Yay. I did not get the Game & Watch Gallery 2 and 3 until, like, relatively recently, like maybe within the past year or so. And so I really haven't played these that much. And so I'm kind of excited, especially to see the modern interpretations. Because, like, I'm familiar with a lot of the original interpretations, but modern ones not so much. So this is as much for you as it is for me. It's probably more for me, but it's also for you. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm continuing to save people as they escape from the perfectly fine helicopter. It's like I seem to recall there was a t-shirt back when I was in undergrad. One of my classmates was a regular skydiver, and I think she had a skydiving t-shirt that was something like, most people prefer to not airplane. Some of us do, though, or something like that. I don't know. It's probably more clever than that, but I do remember that t-shirt was pretty funny. You ever been skydiving? This is a general question. We were playing a game called Parachute. I've never been skydiving. It always intrigued me, though. Just like, it seems like one of those things that if you do it even just once in your life, you're like, this is such a cool and, like, special thing, And I mean, I know that the common thing is like, oh, but it's, kind of foolhardy. Why would you jump out of Why would you jump out of a perfectly functional airplane? It's like, I don't know, because you can, and you can survive it, and it's like a very interesting experience. So I might go skydiving someday. We'll see. Parachutes in general are kind of interesting things, though. Is that exciting? Is that an exciting thing to say? Like, I remember when I was a kid, I was really fascinated by parachutes, and I would try to make, like, those, those little, like, not a bottle rocket, but, like, water rockets, I think is what they're called. The things where it's, like, you kind of pump it up, and it just, like, shoots a rocket up. You saw them a lot more in the 90s than I think you do anymore. But yeah, like, I remember always being impressed with those, and I wanted to, like, add parachutes to everything, but, like, parachutes are more technical than I would have expected. Because, I mean, like, parachutes are kind of like boomerangs in video games. They're one of those things everywhere. And they're always assumed to be kind of like... What the... Oh, I got a life back. They're one of those things that, like, people have a general understanding of how they work, and that's, like, all. And so... lots of things in games become parachutes that would not work as a parachute in real life. Because, like, I want to say it actually takes... First of all, parachutes have to be huge. Like, these little parachutes they're using, I don't think would actually work. And then also, they only work at a certain height. So it's not like they work, like, for such a small jump, I think is the case. Or at the very least, they don't have much of an effect at this height. Like, I remember I was watching someone play through the Aladdin Super Nintendo game, and in that game you can get he basically just gets like a rug, and you can use it as like a parachute and slow your fall. You know, he uses it like after like just a regular jump, you know? He's like, that wouldn't work. You'd have to fall for a little while before it would really have any sort of impact. Oh, second person. Since I wasn't paying attention. Oops. Okay, well, I was thinking a little bit too much about Aladdin. Aladdin. But yeah, I don't know. Like, parachutes and boomerangs, they're such common things in video games that, like, you don't really stop to question the doggone it. Well, I got 3 people eating. Exit. Alright, let's try the modern version. Okay, so I think the big difference with this is kind of the same thing we had in, like, both the modern interpretation of fire and the modern interpretation of Manhole, where, the characters just fall at different speeds. Actually, from the looks of things, their parachutes open at different speeds. Yeah, so like Donkey Kong's parachute only opens when he's near the ground. Oh, what? Okay, yeah. Oh, that happened. So things went badly for that Toad. Never mind, that Yoshi just opened very low at the ground. I don't know. So we're just gonna do our best. I would say that, like, we don't have that same kind of, like, off-model thing going that we had in, like, the first Game & Watch gallery. At least not as much. Characters here feel a little bit more on-model. Which is, I know it's weird to say, it's a little bit of a disappointment to me. I liked when they were off-model. It was funny. Everybody looked weird. I shouldn't say off-model. I should say, like, old-model. Because it's like they were still clearly recognizable as who they were. They were just sort of like... It was like the game was made before things were kind of like standardized. Like, that's one thing that I really liked about Super Mario 3D World, which, if you're interested, I streamed that on Twitch not too terribly long ago. And that's a good game. But I really liked in that game how they had the stamps that they offered for, like, Miiverse, Rip Miiverse, and because of the nature of Miiverse, they were all 2D illustrations. And I feel like that was sort of when Nintendo started kind of, like, going back to doing their Mario characters as illustrations, rather than, like, CG. Because there was a long period of time when Nintendo was all about representing, like, Mario and company as CG models. Like, from basically N64 through, like, I guess, Wii. Most of the time when you saw a Mario character, they would be represented as, like, a 3D model. Oh, what are these here for? Oh, yeah? I'll get the star, I guess. Got the star. Should I have gotten the ghost? Didn't seem like it was a good idea. Yeah, and like, there's nothing wrong with CG, but, like, when it comes to, like, Mario characters, I would prefer illustrations, because I grew up with the 2D games, and a lot of the manuals for the early Mario Brothers games had, like, a lot of official art in them. So I kind of got used to the way the Mario characters looked in illustration form. So to kind of like see that style revived in like Super Mario 3D World, and then continued in some of the Mario Party games. Like I want to say that Mario Party, the top 100 or something, had like a ton of new illustrations. I like that kind of thing. So I don't even remember how I got on this tangent. I'm just saving people falling from an airship. Once again, the airship looks fine. It doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it. I don't know why they're jumping out of it. Like, if they really wanted to kind of create a case for leaving the airship, they should have, like, I don't know, set it on fire or something. It's just kind of like, it's a perfectly fine airship. Nothing wrong with it. It's just kind of, people are jumping out of it for some reason. Maybe the food's really bad? I don't know. I don't know what kind of issues show up on an airship. I love the concept of an airship, by the way. Like, that's another one of those... Oh, no! Yoshi, no! Okay, like I just said, that's fine. That's another of those things that, like, you know, grew up in Mario 3, so airships have been around in my kind of, like, mindscape is what I was about to say. In my mindscape! Since I was, like, but, like... How would an airship work in real life? You know? Like, the first thought is, like, a Zeppelin or something, like an open area on a Zeppelin, but there's, like, all kinds of pressure issues and, like, temperature issues when you go up. I mean, that's why, like, airplanes are pressurized and stuff, so, like, would it even work? I feel like it wouldn't work. Unless it wasn't that high up. Like, I remember there was a, oh, what do you want? Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. Cut this out, Ed. Okay, hopefully that didn't do anything. My computer made a noise at me. Sorry. What was I talking about? Airships? Oh yeah, there was a cartoon when I was a kid called Tailspin. It was a Disney cartoon, and it was like an airplane cartoon where Baloo the bear from the Jungle Book was like a pilot, and he owned like a transportation company or something, and there were like sky pirates and stuff, and the sky pirates had this like flying base, and I remember thinking that was just the coolest thing. I thought that was the coolest idea, and I was like, I want this to exist. I want there to be a flying airport that's just up in the air, and people can go there, and like it would solve so like you know, again, as a kid, I was like, it would solve so many problems. Airplanes could go wherever, and it would be great. And I just, you know, I was very excited about it. I was very excited about. Oh no! Oh, I thought I eaten. They just kind of you know, they just get chased around a little bit, and then Lakitu saves them. Yeah, I don't know, I thought it was such a cool idea, and I was like, I want this to exist. I want this to exist. I want it to be real. And like, I just like flying things, I think. Or like things that aren't where they're supposed to be. Like, I like underwater castles, too. I've liked undersea palaces ever since Chrono Trigger. And like floating castles, like Castle in the Sky from is it Miyazaki? Yeah, Miyazaki Studio Ghibli film. It's like, I just want it to be real. It's so cool. It's such a cool idea of like a flying thing like that. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've made like floating castles in like Minecraft and stuff, just because they're so interesting to me. I don't know. Oh, yo, Yoshi! Oh no! The horror! He actually kind of looks okay with it up there. Like, look at his expression in the picture. He's like, yeah, it's fine. Get chased around by fish. It's normal. You know, there's no real question of, like, where Mario's putting all the people he saves. Like, he's saving a lot of people. Where are they going? Are they still on the boat? Like, is this boat just... What is happening here? Oh, is that a mechanic? That if, like, the, Uh-oh, up. Well, I lose. Whap, whap, whap. Do I get anything for it? Gallery? Yeah! Oh, I posted a secret on the note board. I will go look at the note board. Hang on, let me go take a look. View gallery. Look at Mario! Look at his face! That is a smug face right there. He's like, huh? Yeah, you want the music room or you want the note board? What do you say? Maybe you want the museum, maybe you want the this. Note board, what do you got? What is this? Oh, these are hints, I guess? Parachute, classic secrets. On classic mode, on hard, a chute can get caught by a tree. The time it stays hooked will depend on your score. Oh, okay. Modern secrets. Every 100... catch the star. If the boo-boo is caught, it'll be trouble. Okay. Alright, cool. Well, that's going to be it for Game & Watch Gallery 2. Or the first episode of it, at least. We will be back next time with another game, which is Helmet. That's actually one of my favorites. So, hope you'll come back and join me for that. I am the MoeChicken. This has been Game & Watch Gallery 2. I forgot what the name of the game was. Bye!